I'm Hugh Harper. My wife Christy and I own Cafe Kolaji in the pretty little town of Beaver, Pennsylvania, just outside of Pittsburgh. It's a great place to be, but what makes this place so idyllic is the people. You'll see the reason why is that everybody's got a story to tell.
Well, just everything seems so boring anymore. Everything's been discovered. It seems like I've always been fascinated with, the explorers who, set off on their ships from Europe, and didn't know what they were, getting into, didn't know what was out there. They believed in sea monsters and dragons and whatnot. And then, even Lewis and Clark, Beaver was founded in 1802, and when Lewis and Clark set off on their journey in 1803, they still believed that there was woolly mammoths and everything out there. They didn't know what they were going to discover on their journey across America. And so there was just this excitement, like you never know what could be out there. And it just seems like, it just seems like we don't have that anymore. And just the mystery of it, just the chance that there could be a 9-foot tall, hairy, ape-like beast out there living in the woods still. It's great. It's just something, it just brings me back to being a little kid and just kind of sparks my imagination. Actually, Beaver is supposedly named for King Beaver Tamaqua, who came here with his brothers Shingas and Piscatoman back in the early 1700s. So here's a funny story. So Shingas, this is cool. So Shingas, like I said before, he was known as Shingas the Terrible, and apparently when he was younger, he got in a drunken fight with another Indian, and the Indian ended up biting off his nose, and Shingas in turn bit off that other Indian's ear. It was sort of like a Tyson Holyfield thing way back in the day, and so when Shingas would go into battle, there was legend that he would wear this silver nose horn where his nose used to be, and so you can imagine like he was all painted in black and with and had the war paint on, and then he'd have this frightening looking silver like beak on his face, and so you can imagine how frightening that must have been looking at that when he's coming into battle. But it's just a legend, they never found it, but who knows?
What's your story?